What is up, East Texas and the surrounding areas? My name is Alex Seagroves, one of the resident leaders here at the House of Disciples. This is one of the 6 ministries that Wiseman has to offer.
Alex,
Yeah, what's up?
what are you doing, bro?
What do you mean,
Take off those glasses.
bro? What? You don't mess with
What's up with that
the
shirt,
you don't
bro?
mess with the
Like, people are
glasses,
gonna
bro.
see this,
Bro, what are you talking about? Why are you
Bro.
judging me right now, dog?
bro. You gotta wear your Sunday's best.
I gotta wear my Sunday's best.
Yeah.
All right, man, I got y'all. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me just. What's up, East Texas and the surrounding areas? My name is Alex Seagroves, one of the resident leaders here at the House of Disciples. We offer a safe place for those recovering from life-controlling issues. Life happens, and God understands that. We want you to know that He loves you and has a plan for you before you leave here. I grew up in a small town right outside of Dallas, Texas. You know, growing up, my mom took me to church. My parents divorced at a young age. She always made sure, I had a drug problem growing up. My mom always drug me to church. And at the time, I was so young. I didn't know God. I knew a lot about God, but I didn't have that relationship with Him. When I was 12 years old, I ended up moving in with my dad, and I just started to kind of do all the things that I never did when I lived with my mom. Like, I was allowed to play football now. My mom was so afraid of me getting hurt growing up that I was never allowed to play. I ended up, like I said, moving in with my dad, and from that point on, I kind of stopped going to church. I saw my mom on the weekends and stuff, but I just kind of like let that go. I put God in the back seat, you know what I mean? He was driving the car, but now He's in the back. Kind of started enjoying the high school experience. I smoked weed for the first time when I was 15 years old, but I never really got hardcore into drugs until later on. That was really, a gateway into a whole new world that I had never experienced. I had a girlfriend. I was still playing football, but I started hanging around the wrong people. I was never very popular. I was seeking acceptance from people for the wrong reasons. I started hanging out with people that did do harder drugs and were drinking out in the parking lot before school and just, stuff that high school kids do. I started taking it way too far. I ended up overdosing because this kid gave me a pill and I didn't know what I was taking. I ended up waking up in the hospital with my parents surrounding me. They were just very disappointed, and I kind of hid it growing up, so they didn't really understand why I was doing what I was doing, but I was just trying to fill a void, and God led me to Wiseman Ministries. This ministry has done so much for me. God has put so many godly people in my path while I've been here to help guide me in my relationship with God. I had lost touch with who I am. I had kind of forgotten just what it was like to do life. God wants to freely give us the spirit of adoption. He loves us, and we're His children. We're not only bond servants or servants or slaves. We're His children, and He wants us to know that we can be His sons. Just like the prodigal son, he left home, and when he came back, his dad welcomed him with open arms. Exactly the kind of love that God wants each and every one of us to know that He has for us. He really does have a plan and a purpose for your life. And it took me a very long time to understand that. I don't think that I would have the same gratitude that I have for what God has gifted me today if I hadn't have gone through all of the things that He allowed me to go through. So you got to understand, He didn't put me through those things. I put myself through those things, but He allowed me to go through them to humble me and to show me how good He really is.